What the happening, my peoples? How does everybody do on this fine Monday? I don't mean to keep you all waiting forever, but trying to get some food ordered, get some other stuff done. But when I start this stuff, I like to number one, do some shout outs. So let's get to that first before we get to anything, because I see everybody was up here chatting early, which I very much appreciate. That means everybody's waiting here to see what I got going. So let me go back and look and see who was there. The very first person on here was Mr. Big Chris. And what do you know? He became a super weirdo. So I got to put that up on the screen because that's cool. Thanks for joining the channel. Big Chris, we talk all the time on Instagram and talk about RC and a whole bunch of other stuff. But big shout out to Big Chris for becoming a member to the channel, which is very much appreciated. It helps support me and my goofiness. We got another member here who is Mr. Mike SSI. He was one of the first. Thank you very much. Mr. Paul Ballard, he is also a member. Thank you for being a member too. Paul McNeil, what is happening? Snow Valley Park, another member. Thank you, Snow Valley. Much appreciated. Shadow Ops was here. I think he might be gone already, but thank you for coming by to say hi. Andy Cho, awesome flying with you this weekend. Thanks for that quick video of my F-22. I still got stuff to post up too from that week, from the weekend. Flew all day Saturday. So I said hi to Wild Bill. Who else is there? Jeff in Lower Alabama. What's up? Who else is here? We got a lot of people that showed up. Craig Beaven, what's happening? Pete Lane, what's happening? Another one of my fellow local flyers. Lionel Randall, another member. Thank you for the membership. Scotty Story, another member. Hey, we got a whole bunch of members showing up. Thank you, guys. Who else is there? But yeah, Andy and I, we ripped it up pretty good this weekend. Andy was flying. He had to go take off to go fly with his family, but as soon as he showed up again, he was flying right away. So we got lots of flights in. It was cool. John VHRC, what is happening? Thanks for posting that video. Very much appreciated. I got to blast that out too because that looks really good. I like to see people posting things from their perspective on what it took to put things together from the Firey booties. But we have some more cool stuff coming up later today too. That's what this show is about today. Reckham Roy is here. What's up, man? You're going to like to see what I got set up for y'all to see later today. I'm not going to take forever. Nate Cowgal. What's up, Cowgal? Stealing your mom's present from her birthday. What the hell? Give it back to her. Oh, hey, Nate's a member. I'll be damned. Thank you, Super Dingus. Who else? Angelo, what's happening, Mr. Gelonius? And you're welcome, John VHRC. I'm just here to help. I'm here to keep. What I like to do is keep people as addicted to the hobby as I am. Even if that doesn't mean I sell something, at least I'm able to get y'all to get set up to be very, very much addicted to this hobby. Okay, so if she wanted to put it up there, all good. But yeah, I didn't want you to take your mom's present. But anyway, thanks to everybody for being here. Much appreciated. I'm tired, but I'm here anyway. No, I haven't put that thing together yet, but I will this week. Slap Nuts is here. Who else? Yeah, thank y'all for being here. Thank you guys for coming. I've already got my stuff set up to show y'all, but I like to do what I usually do, which is questions. See if there's anything I can help y'all figure out before we get to the Firey booty demonstration, because we're going to demo some stuff today for y'all to see. You have to ignore, well, not ignore, but just, I'm going to have a little interruption here because the DoorDash is coming by with some food since I didn't feel like cooking today. Um, but let's see if we got some questions. I'm gonna have to. If you see my screen, the screen changing, is because the brightness changing because I'm going between screens. But John T, what's happening? So snow. So I'm trying to keep up with the chat because you guys are busy today. I'd like to see so many people here. I very much appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me on this wonderful day. We had rain most of the day. It just cleared up. No more rain. So thought I heard a V-22 coming by. Ran outside. It was just two pave hawks, but still. Lots of cool stuff. Got buzzed by F-18s yesterday, which was not expecting. John VHRC, there is a heads-up display. There is a unit. There is somebody that makes one. The guy's name is Stemwings. He was one of my customers originally, but he has stuff that's actually really cool. I always want you guys to buy my burners, of course, because you can still buy my burners, but if you want to use a different type of a controller, you can check out this guy. His name's Stemwings. He happened to be one that got one of those bad controllers, so he ended up figuring out how to make his own controllers work. So it's kind of cool to see that. But he also makes these cool little displays for batteries and other stuff. So Stemwings is really cool. He's one of my customers. He's a very cool guy. I will support him always because he supported me. He shows his burners, his burner controller working with my burners, and shows how they can work the way that you want them to. So check out Stemwings. Stemwings is worth, and it's just that what it is, STMWINGS, Stemwings. Type that in and it'll show you. He's got some cool stuff. I have one of his controllers that I will be using eventually in my the cool Sirius that Nate repainted, that we co-own. So once I get that thing together and post it up, you guys will get to see it. But yeah, check out Stemwings. I will always promote people who are cool to me. People that are awful and say stupid about me, I won't even talk about them. So those people will remain nameless. But yeah, let's work it out. And yeah, Craig, it'll be able to work for your Tiger Cat. If you didn't see last week's I had the radio setup. This is going to be an inline V12 type setup, so you'll see it. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, it's just John VHRC. It's just for personal preference. I think it's really cool to have different options. I do think mine's better in a lot of ways, but his is good too. So I'll always promote people like that because he's not considering himself to be like competition. It's just like another thing. If you want to start coming at me in all these stupid ways, like other people that burned light and other stuff, nah, I ain't about that. So I've shipped my stuff clear around the world, and it's been an awesome experience, and it's been really cool that people have grabbed onto it the way that they have, and it's because of you guys and because of people just liking what I do, and I appreciate that, and I don't ever take it for granted, but I also don't feed into BS. So Craig, I will hook you up. I haven't figured out prices on this stuff yet, but we'll work it all out. I'm just figuring out how to make it work, and it does work. So Fred Barron, what is up? One of my longest supporters. He's been supporting me for a long time. So good stuff. But anyway, ask some questions. If you guys can come up with a few, I'll answer them. I'll just talk in the meantime, but because I flew Wednesday last week with Nate. And then on Saturday, I actually got the first like full day of flying since the time change. So what's up, Manny Man? So it was a really good day. I took the same planes I had, F-22, F-35, my Murder Hornet, which is badass with that X-Fly. I mean, really good. I have videos coming of that. I had an incident with my F-22, which was kind of funny. I thought that it was something going on with me, but I noticed that the nose wheel was doing weird stuff. It actually ended up coming unglued, so the mount was weird. I went off the runway, stopped it in time, did a couple weird things. Still was able to fly. I got it back up. I got it up in the air even with that weird stuff. But yeah, had a dumb thumb incident. Thankfully, nothing was hurt, but it did run off the runway. It was all dramatic. I just turned the plane around and took off. It was fine. But Andy Cho posted a really cool video that I posted on my Facebook page, which I need to post on other pages of me ripping with the F-22. I have a special setup in my F-22, and it rips. It's 6S, but it flies like it's on 8S, and it's just bonkers. Flies amazing. But anyway, Nate, if he wants to come on, I'll probably let him on later. Paul Ballard, it's funny you bring that up. When I was flying over the weekend, this guy had a night radian, and he was worried about me flying with him. I said, bro, leave that thing up. I don't care. I can see it. I know where it's going to be, because he had the lights on it. It was really cool. But it was fun. And the night radian is pretty cool. I got to admit, it's a very cool thing. So yeah, and Andy got to see the Hornet with the X-Fly. I think he has the same setup, but I took the missiles off of mine. I just have the little rails. I need to have my 3D printer guy make me some new rails. But oh my God, the thing is badass. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah. So the headlight under the canopy. Oh, cool. That's cool. I'd like to see how that works. And that's a good question, Lionel Randall, and I'm going to put it up there and I'm going to answer it. There's really no downside to it. The only downside, I just said there is no downside, but there is a downside. There's limited downside. So the only slight downside is that you will need to make sure the motor is aligned properly and that the fan is rebalanced, which takes a little bit of work. Or when you pull it apart, mark where it was originally, and hopefully it goes back together fine. But really, there's really no downside. Just it's harder to do. It's harder to get things rebalanced the way that they were if it's one of those pinch type adapters. But if they're the screw-on adapters, you can pretty much get stuff back the way it was. And you want to know what's crazy, Andy Cho, because the vertical is insane. The F-18 has a 30C 6200 pack in there, and it's heavy. But you see what that thing does. It just shoots to the moon like a freaking rocket ship. Now, this is a crazy thing, too. I noticed that with that burner on there, it actually did better. So people always want to, talk about Manny Man. Get a hold of me, man. I'll hook you up. I'll figure out a way to get one to you at Tomcats if you want. But just get a hold of me. We will make it happen, my friend. I have one on my F-35, and people were going crazy over it over the weekend. They loved it. Because I do this cool thing with the F-35, especially with that 80 millimeter in there. Yeah, I thought I answered the question. Did you see it? I answered it. I hope that answered it for you, Lionel. I had it up there. I thought I answered it. Anyway, I have the 80 millimeter in my F-35, and it does this really cool sound when you let off throttle after doing a fast pass. So I was doing that. I had people show up that had never seen RC planes, and they were going crazy. They loved it. It's all good, Paul. So Manny, the one I sent you was for the original 80 millimeter. Original 80 millimeter L39 with the Outrunner. So if you need updated stuff, I have no problem. So Lionel Randall, I'll keep going on with your question. So the one that I've done a couple of them, but the most important thing is, as I was saying, with the with the adapters, you need to make sure that you have an adapter that's the screw-on type, and then mark the fan before you pull it apart, and then that will tell you what you need to know as far as balance goes. Or you just have to rebalance it, and I have videos showing how to rebalance. It's no big deal. But if the one that I've done, there's a way that I was going. I got totally sidetracked. The 70 millimeter FMS unit is what I've done. I took the older housing and rotor, pulled that motor out, put in the 1900 kV 30 millimeter motor, and it took a little bit of balancing, but when I did it, it's like the best 70 millimeter setup, better than pretty much all the others I've used so far. The only other that might be a tad better is the 2210 kV from Freewing, but it's an amp hog. It uses a lot more amps. John VHRC, yes, I make fire booties for pretty much everything. What do you find dead in your garage? What do you find dead? Oh, one of those murder hornets, one of those crazy hornets. Ooh, no thanks. I call my E-flite F-18 the murder hornet because of the way it flies now. I test flew I did a maiden flight for one of my fellow club members over the weekend for the Blue Angel E-flite F-18 stock. It actually flew pretty good. Not as much power, but it was still really good to see. So hey, we got more people just showed up. Who was that? Keith Christie. Hello, my friend. How are you? Good to see you here. You guys want to hang out a little bit and watch the stuff I've got to show. And there's another one, Mr. Noons. What is good with you? How are you doing? Thank you for coming by. And dang it, RC Air Marshal, it is you. What the heck? How dare you? How dare you? Yes, you did it. Don't know what, but you did it. All your fault. But what's up, guys? And RC Air Marshal, just so you know, I refer lots of people to your station because of your channel, because of all the cool videos you've done with your how-to series on the NX10 and all that other stuff, on all the NX series, because it is goodness. So I send people to you. So yes, it was you that I've sent people to see about setting up their radios and shiz. So there you go. So anyway, Mr. Garfield Houston, what is up to you? We were talking about slapping earlier, but we ain't gonna talk about that here. But what's up, Garfield? Mr. Crazy, get as much power as he can out of every single plane he gets. So, any other questions? Or am I just gonna be doing shout outs? Any other questions? I don't do it because I'm kind. But anyway, you're welcome. You do good videos, so why not share people? Share it with people. Anyway, see, now Nate's gonna have all these screen caps to take and save that crap for later. Anyway, so a few more people showing up. Hopefully we get more people. But Garfield, hopefully very soon. I haven't done anything yet. I had to get caught up on my burner orders, which I've done. And then I had to do some other necessities. But I'm getting there. If all goes well, I plan on having that thing, the MiG-25 put together, as well as the Sirius is already together. I just need to bind it to a radio and fly it. So that's the one I'm going to test the 2000 in. So we'll see. DoorDash order has been picked up. Yes, Keith Christie, I did. And I did it on last week's video. I don't have the plane here with me, but I can send you the video. Yeah, he calls it things that I won't be putting it up. Price? No, I didn't come up with the price just yet, Keith Christie, but I will. But I still have to work that part out, especially the logistics and how I'm going to work it out and sell it and all that other stuff. I need to do a couple installs. I'm not even going to repeat that, Nate. But I've got to put up a couple more, do a couple installs myself and see what's required to do it. Because I don't want people freaking out about having to do work themselves to make it work. But yeah. So anyway, that's it. Don't encourage him, John. Stop it. Anyway, any other questions? Asking nobody's questions. Y'all gonna ask some questions. Keep on asking. Ask them up. So, let's see. If you're gonna do a GoFundMe, start throwing me some super chats. Nate's doing fine. He gets a plane every other week. He ain't got no responsibilities. Fund me. Send me a super chat. Do something. But FMS Make 27. I have no idea what you're talking about. So Keith Christie, keep in touch. I do have to do a couple installs myself to see what it's going to be like, because I know it's easy for me to do this stuff, but I don't want to make it hard on people. A lot of people don't like to do extra modifications to their planes. They don't like doing all that stuff. So I need to make sure that it's something that can easily be done so that people aren't going to freak out. Boss 223, you will see one today. You'll see the one that I have today is for the FMS 1400 millimeter B51 or the E-Flight. E-Flight 1500 millimeter B51, same style. But let's see. Yeah, Garfield, I'll tell you as soon as I know. As soon as I know more. I've seen it fly in other planes, and Nate has it in his F-16, and it's really good. I've seen it fly in the FMS Hawk, and it was really good. Big difference in partial throttle thrust, and then high-end thrust is good too. It says it's 2,000 kV, but it puts out more than the 2100, so it's definitely worth it. So what else? Oh. So what is this, I must have to look at that. That's a very interesting happening here. Ooh. Look at this, Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's the same as the SU-30, but it's the FMS version, which has the better motors, the 1900 kVs. Cool. How the hell did you get that? I've never been able to pull that up on that site before. Huh. Very interesting. Click that link that Paul Ballard put up, guys. See some cool stuff. So it is the E-Flight. However, the motors are updated. It has the 30 millimeter 1900 kV motors, and that fan is different, so it works a lot better in that plane. It's not the same. So check out that link that Paul posted. You'll see some cool stuff. Yeah, Garfield, you put up you do some cool stuff. I like the stuff you've been able to figure out. That's right. Nate has it in the T33, and it changed it. It helped a lot. So um, I don't want to take up too much more time, but what I'd like to do now is get set up for the demo of the Fire Booty. Actually, it's not even really Fire Booties. It's just the new setup that I've got for Warbirds. So it's going to take me a couple minutes to do that, and I will be right back. All right, so can you guys hear me okay? I've got a different set of headphones, and sorry for the cardboard, but I don't have a plane to actually put it on right now. I'm gonna get my chat set up on my tablet. Give me a second. My cat's looking at me like I'm crazy. Um, but we are going to fire this thing up here. I've got two different setups here. Um, one is with the well, let me just show you. So they're both set up to run right now. Just go up a little bit. Sorry for the shaking. Go up to here. This is the first setup. It is, again, this is for the 1400 millimeter F15, P51, or the 1500 millimeter E-flite P51. This is for an FMS or E-flite. So I'm going to try to catch up on the chat because I was gone for a little bit. So Victor RC Jets, I see you're here. What's up? EQRC is here. What's happening? So yeah, so let's take a look. So this first one is one that I'd been thinking about for a while. So let's just get it. This is basically what it would do if it was just firing up. I'm going to turn off the lights here so you guys can see with the lights off. And then I'll fire the lights back up in a little bit. But that's basically what it's going to do. That's just firing slowly. There we go. That looks more like what it's going to do, but that's at the low end of the spectrum. So there's going to be a couple different ways you can do this. The easiest way is just to get these and plug them directly into your balance lead on your battery. And then this is what it would do. It would just come on like that. And these are the internal, so they're going to be inside, LEDs inside of the little pipes. And then they're going to, it's not going to be crazy dramatic, but it is a lot brighter than you think. As you can see it right there. And they're going to fire like that. It's kind of random, which is what it's going to look like on the real plane. So if you want, just plug it into your balance port. It'll do that the whole time. Runs off 3S power. Or you can plug it into your ESC with a controller, and it'll vary in intensity depending on how you want to do it. Sometimes you could have it to where it's going to do this at idle and do that and go down as it goes higher, or do it in the opposite direction. So that's the internal. That's one. So let's go to the other one here. This is the other. Let's go down. There it is. So the other style is like this. This is basically, this one up above is left side. This one's going to be right side. So this one was with the LEDs exposed. Those are bigger 6 millimeter LEDs, so they can fit into it, but they actually protrude and look like, bits of flames. So again, I'm going to turn them down low. I'll still do that at a lower setting. You can see them that way. And then if you turn it up, they're going to brighten up. Now I'm doing this with the lights off right now, just so that you can see the intensity. But I'm going to turn the lights back on. And again, it's going to look different in a plane. But I don't have the plane here at the moment. Probably going to figure out who has one. Actually, I'll turn on these other lights. Figure out who has a plane that I can experiment with, since I crashed my red tail, which sucks. But I did crash my red tail. So there, this is the lights on. Less light, but sorry for the tags here. Oh wow, interesting name for the DoorDasher. But take a look at the chat. But there you go. That's what it is. This is for the E-flite P51. So that's the ones that look like flames coming out. Oh, hey, James showed up. What's up, James? So these are cool, 2 different ways to do it. And again, sorry for this tag number. I meant to rip that shit off. But that's for the ones that, if you want it to look like actual fire and to see it all the time, that's one way. than the other way. It's like that, where it's more internal. You've got to try a little harder to see it. So um, either one's pretty cool. I mean, I'd like to set it up with both. Get a setup so that it's both of them. But this one to me looks a little bit more realistic because it's not, as the planes are flying throughout, the whole time that it's running. They're going to do this. You just don't always see it during the day because most of the time it's more of a white light from the fire coming out. But you still can see it if you pay attention and actually look. So there's that, and then there's the other. Actually, I'm just going to pick up my little display here instead of trying to do this. So there's that one. But that's it. It does that to look like it's firing. Easiest way to do it to not have to worry about any radio setup is to just plug that straight into your balance board into the balance plug on your battery, and it works. It just comes on and it does this. Or vary it with your throttle by using a controller. That's full bright right there. So I kind of prefer this version for my own taste. I kind of like that. But that's being a little, I hate to say conservative, but that's basically what it is. And then if you use this style, that looks a little cooler, and then you're always going to be able to see. As usual, there's RC Air Marshal making it something phallic. But the thing is, I mean, you can't really see it now, but when I was doing this during the day, because I set up on my patio to put this stuff together, if the weather's nice, I work outside. I don't like being inside. I'd rather be outside. And I can see. Then I can see, planes flying over and other stuff. But I like being outside in nature and the outside in the elements instead of being stuck in the house. But when I was outside working on this, it actually you could see it just fine. Let me see. Oh, I think my battery is probably dying. It is. Okay, so I'm going to pull it back. Cool. So that's pretty much it for now. I've got to unplug. Yeah, I'm killing my battery. My battery's almost dead. But that's it. So now you guys can see. I can see what it is that I've been working on for the last couple. Oops. For the last couple months. That is it. Take a look. And throw questions there in the chat. I'm going to get back to chat here in a minute. So let me get this gone, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. So there you go, peoples. That's what it's gonna be. I gotta catch up on the chat because I see you guys been going crazy. So yeah, so that's it. That's what I've been working on for the last, trying to work it out in my head, and then started actually working on it. So if y'all like it, let me know. Yes, and that's the thing. So I plan on using it in Spitfires, pretty much anything with V12s, even the radio type. Huh? What is it? They said it. They only sell them. Anyway. Everybody says that. So cool. Let's see. So there's ways to do guns. There's an easy way to do it. I could probably do that too. And if what's their name? Hobby King sold them for a while. But there's other ways for me to do that too if you guys want. That's probably something that can be done. Gary S., what's up? I see you. So John, what you saw, that is what the that's what will be on. That's the stacks were for the either the FMS 1400 to 1450 millimeter P51 or the E-Flight P51. So let me get that banner out of there. So yes, that's what they were for. And I have to try some of the other V12 stacks to see how they work, because these were really easy. But oh, cool! Posted videos of the F-18. All right, cool. I'll take a look at that. I need to see if it's visible. Fred Barron, the Allison for the P40, their stacks are a little bit different, but I still think it's something that could work. So basically, it's going to be minimal work on your end. The hardest part is going to be just running the wire, but it's not going to be that hard. You just have to figure out how much room you have inside and how to actually run the wire through, which is still not going to be hard. And I'm going to have to find one to work it out with. And then you guys will be able to see how it works. But I have another set of stacks that I can use. The guns would be surprisingly easy to do. Just depends on the color you want them to be. Just a matter of making them do what you want. So that's pretty much it. Didn't want to go forever today, so that might pretty much be what's happening for the show. So yeah, they're the same stacks. So the ones that you saw on Boss 223, those are the stacks. I don't know what you're talking about, EQ. Yes, E-Flight 1.5 and the FMS 1400 or 1450. That's what you just saw. Those are the stacks for those planes. So yes, let me just say that I told some people earlier, the E-Flight P51 and the FMS 1400 millimeter P51, their exhaust stacks are the same. They're no different. And they're barely held on with glue, so it's not hard to get them off to put stuff in there. And the only thing that you're going to have to do is find a way to run the wire. It could even be as simple as taking a long drill bit and just drilling a hole all the way through from the exhaust stacks back in and poking something through. But I'm going to have to try that. to make it work. But I think it's going to look good. I already did the radial from last week. That was the and then I saw somebody was asking me earlier about the big T28. I saw one this weekend and I took a look. That's not going to be hard to do either. It's got three on each side, so you can do that pretty easy. Okay, so yeah, it can be done. So that should be it. The 1600 Spitfire, that will work too. I have to look at some stacks and figure out how to make that work on those. I basically want to figure out a template for making them work. It will require a little bit of work on the buyer's end to make it work. See, Chris, but it shouldn't be too hard. It should be pretty easy. Yes, the Carbon Z T28. And John, if you have one and you want to try those, let me know. Because I need somebody to show me how it works on that. I just have to send you some stuff to give it a shot. See if it works. But yeah, I'm wanting to do some different stuff because we're all doing the same thing. And, you know, people are like, well, when are you going to do something for Warbirds? When are you going to do something for Warbirds? I'm like, well, why not? Let's try it and see. So, why not? So cool. Jeff from Lower Alabama, thanks for being there. Being here, not there, being here. Thanks for being here. But I think that's pretty much the show. So we can just talk about whatever for a little bit before we get going. But let's see if there's any other questions. If there's anything else y'all want to talk about, let me know. Or if not, then we could just head on out. I don't know yet, EQ. I've got to work on that part. I want to make sure that I've got them set up in a way that's easy to install before I get there. It'll be 2 different prices. So when we get there, we'll figure that part out. I'll have that worked out in the next couple of weeks. But we're not just lighting up booties. So, and yes, the Fred Baron, she's doing good. Still recovering, but doing good. John, if you have the link to that video, please go ahead and post it. If you've got that, I meant to post it, and I will post it on my on the Facebook page later today, because you did a good job explaining it. Because I want people to see someone else doing it instead of me doing it, so that they can see how it's done. Yeah, thank you, Fred Baron. I'll tell her. I'll be sure to tell her. But so yeah, so we still got 33 people. I won't start logging up until I see the count drop a little bit more. But if you guys got questions, there you go. So here, let me. I'll actually share the screen so you guys can see this, because it's actually pretty good. Pretty good explanation on how this works. But I'm just going to shoot through it really quick. You may not be able to hear it, but I'll shoot through it pretty quick. If you call Ukrainians me sitting in my living room or out on the back patio, yeah, sure. So let's see. I got to share the screen. But I'll just run. Be sure to check out John VHRC's video, because he does a really good job explaining what goes on here. So sorry for the multiple windows, but take a look. You may not be able to hear, but he does a really good job explaining how to do this. He goes through the whole thing. There's my card, but he makes sure to show what he does and how that works. So I'll copy that and share it with you guys. There's all the parts. He does all this. Does a really good job. You probably can't hear it right now, but be sure to check that out. He's always been a supporter of the channel and of Firey Booty here. So I'm going to put that in there again. Take a look. Be sure to check him out. Support him. He's been a real value to this hobby. He and GB both work together. So GB has his channel, but they will do stuff for each other. So it's pretty cool. GB usually does the shooting, the video for him, or vice versa. So yeah. So I think that's about it, y'all. And I'm getting kind of tired, and I'm very hungry. As you can see, I'm a little sunburned. But keep your eyes open. I'm going to be posting some more videos. I've been holding back because I don't like just posting videos by themselves. But if you guys want, check out the merch. There's one of my shirts right here. I have shirts, I have hats, I have cups, mugs, stickers, all that stuff. Also, this is a little off the subject, but there is a high school in Long Beach that has a club, an RC club, which is rare. And I told them that I was going to send them some stuff, so I did. I sent them some EDF units. I'm actually going to be sending them something else here, which is what got me started in EDFs, which is this 50 millimeter F18. It's been upgraded to a 4S setup. It's got a receiver. I'm going to send this. So if you guys can think of anything you could donate to these people, because they're teenagers. There's very few schools that actually still have clubs for RC. So if you guys can think of anything, get a hold of me and I'll show you guys how to do it. John VHRC, these things are surprisingly cute, but don't let the looks deceive you. They are very fast if you want them to be. The one that I have would easily do, I think I have radar did it close to 100 miles an hour on a 1000 4S. So, but yeah, so these are easy to ship. So I'm just going to throw this in a box in one piece and ship it out. But I've got other stuff that I'm going to ship to them just because I want kids to stick into this hobby. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Jono, I hope you need to go back and look at the stuff, or unless you were watching it already. But I don't know what I'm going to call them yet, RC or Mars, but we'll figure it out. But thank you all for being here. Like, share, subscribe, become a member to the channel. It's all down there in the description. Click join if you want. There's several different levels, 2 different levels. Flaming pee holes. Jesus, Paul Ballard. No. So check it out. And if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. Other than being here and looking at all my videos. But joining is cool. I've got plenty of people that have, and I have no problem with as many of you joining as possible. I have over 1,400 subscribers now, so it'd be great if I just had a fraction of those as subscribers. But also, before I go, there's some new planes coming out. Banana Hobby just announced today that I guess XY is going to do it. They're making some 50 millimeter twins. So people have been going to Banana, been going to BitGo, all those different places to get them. Figure out where you're going to get it and go get them, because there's new planes coming out and the prices are much more affordable. So yeah, And I'll probably talk about those more if I can figure out more about them. But we'll get to that later. I'll come up with a name. Maybe I'll even put out a survey there to see if you guys can come up with a name that I might stick with. So anyway, gonna go. Thank you guys for being here, and talk to you later.